Pull-ups are a staple exercise that I will always have in my routine no matter what. You're going to build some insane muscle and strength by doing pull-ups. But to really get the best out of pull-ups, you want to make sure that you're not cheating on your pull days when you do pull-ups, and you actually want to make sure that you do the pull-ups correctly to improve your pull-ups, improve your back strength and your overall strength in calisthenics, bodybuilding, or whatever you want to do. With pull-ups, you're obviously going to be working your back, but you're also going to get that secondary muscle activation in your biceps and your arms as well. And so not only are you going to be working your back, but you're also going to be working that grip strength too, which is a key factor in the pull-up, and also executing the pull-up with the correct form. Therefore, the first thing you have to do to improve your pull-ups is to work on that grip strength. There are multiple things that you can do to work on grip strength, guys. One of them being an active dead hang or even a passive dead hang. Both of these are slightly different. The active dead hang is where you engage your scapula whilst hanging onto the bar, and this is really going to help to understand what you have to do before you do a pull-up. This is probably the most important part of the pull-up, and it's because you're activating the back muscles before you utilize them and actually use them in the movement. And so doing the active hang is definitely going to be key when doing the pull-up, and is definitely something you need to practice, and also you're going to help gain more grip strength too. The second one is going to be the passive dead hang. So this is literally where you hang onto the bar, and this is going to be a lot better for your grip strength than doing the active dead hang, because in the active dead hang you're using more of your back than your grip strength, but with the passive you're letting your whole body relax and you're just holding onto the bar, squeezing it as hard as you can to stay on there for as long as possible. This is really going to help build up your grip strength, and it's going to also help with the pull-up, which is why I'm talking about it, and it's definitely something that you guys need to do, and is the first thing you definitely need to be utilizing in your training in order to improve your pull-ups. The great thing about practicing these two types of dead hangs is the fact that you can use them for different things. The active dead hang is definitely going to help with your overall shoulder health, and also the passive dead hang is going to help a lot with that grip strength. If you combine the two together, your pull-ups are going to be very, very smooth, and you're going to be doing exactly the right thing when you execute the pull-up, gaining the most strength and also gaining the most muscle if that's what you're looking for. With both of these dead hangs, you want to make sure that your arms are locked out at the bottom of the dead hang to make sure you're doing it right and you're not activating muscles you don't want to activate, getting the most out of your training when you do the dead hang. I would also recommend you do passive dead hangs at the end of every pull day, at least, just hanging on to the pull-up bar as long as possible, because this is really going to build up your grip strength. And the idea is to try and beat your time every single week to improve your grip strength, improve your pull-ups, and improve your overall back strength and overall strength, whether you're doing calisthenics, general fitness, bodybuilding, or whatever the case may be. Now, let's move on to the second tip to improve your pull-ups. So we briefly talked about this in the first tip, but we're going to go into more detail on it now. So tip 2 is visualization and correct form. So what do I mean by visualization? I'm talking about visualizing the movement as you do it and making sure that you have the correct form when doing the movement. So the same thing goes with the dead hang variations. You guys want to be making sure that your arms are locked out. Do not bend your arms. This is not going to be great for form, and you're not going to be activating the right muscles as we previously talked about. But you want to be focusing on just hanging there to begin with. Then you're going to be utilizing what we talked about in tip 1, using the active dead hang to engage your scapula, retracting those shoulder blades, trying to pull your chest up to the bar. The idea is to pull your chest up to the bar, guys. A lot of people say to get your chin over the bar, which is correct. However, I find that if you focus on getting your chest to the bar, your chin is automatically going to go over the bar anyway, and so you do not need to worry. As long as you try to get your chest to the bar every time, you should be absolutely fine with your form. The next thing you guys need to make sure you're focusing on when doing the pull-up is actually trying to drive your elbows down. This is a thing that a lot of people miss when doing the pull-up, and they don't really think of it because you're trying to just get your chin over the bar or trying to pull up as far as you can. But if you actually focus on driving your elbows down, guys, you're going to find the pull-up a lot easier. There are also things that you guys can do to help you understand what it's going to feel like to drive those elbows down, and that is going to be using a resistance band to take some weight off of your body, allowing you to engage the right muscles and focus on the form a lot more, and to also just visualize what you're doing a lot more. I'd also recommend that you guys get someone to watch you or even help you with your form, and if you can't do that, if you don't have a gym buddy or something similar, then you guys can always record yourself. That is what I did for years, guys. That is how I got to where I am now, recording myself, critiquing myself, analyzing myself, and eventually improving. And tip 3, which is the very last tip you guys need to know about to improve your pull-ups, is going to be time under tension. So generally, there are 2 ways that you can do the normal pull-up. The first way is to do it slow, and the second way is to do it fast. Both ways have different benefits, and so you need to choose the right one for your training. Doing the pull-up slow is going to activate muscles a lot more and allow you to build more muscle. However, doing the pull-up fast is going to be more for strength, but also you're going to be activating those fast twitch muscle fibers a lot more, and so you can really work on your explosiveness, eventually getting to the high pull-ups. So depending on what your goal is, you can choose from these different pull-up types. I would recommend all beginners that are starting fitness or calisthenics to make sure you start doing the pull-ups slow, because that way you're going to be getting the right muscle activation, and also your form is also going to be a lot better when you get more advanced in the calisthenics realm or even just the fitness realm. Then as you guys progress, you can use that understanding of activating the right muscles, and also you're going to be a lot stronger just because you're not going to be cheating any reps or anything. I would recommend you guys to start off with the slow repetitions, and then when you guys get to a good level and you advance to more in calisthenics, then you can go to the more fast pull-ups, working on your high pull-ups, your explosive pull-ups, unlocking more skills in the future, like the muscle up, for example, which is a skill that you can build towards. But before you even think about doing explosive pull-ups or even just fast pull-ups, I'd recommend you guys start slow, because then you're going to avoid any cheating in your reps or simply just not doing it right at all. We want to be making sure that we do the pull-up right to get the best out of our training and build that overall strength, getting you towards your goals. If you guys want to improve your pull-ups even faster, then make sure to check the link in my description and get yourself some equipment from Gore Nation. It's the best equipment I've ever used for calisthenics, and it's definitely helped speed up my progress. So if you guys are interested, make sure to check out the link, and also you guys can use my code CRAY10 to get 10% off your order. If you guys also want to see 3 tips to improve your muscle up, and maybe even just a tutorial and demo of how to perform a muscle up, then do not forget to subscribe to see that video, and also make sure to like the video if you enjoyed this one and you want more videos just like this, and also leave a comment of anything else you guys want to see calisthenics wise, or maybe even just workout wise. So make sure to leave that comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Sorry, pardon me.